Hello, we are live from Canham Natatorium. This is WCBN Sports broadcast of Michigan Water Polo. The Wolverines taking on UC Davis in the Wolverine Tournament opener here, 11:20 Eastern, here on Saturday, March 4th. Andrew Hausman alongside Alex Lopez. The Wolverines coming to this one 10-7 on the year. It's been a little bit up and down. They've played a lot of tough teams. What can Michigan do to really solidify their position as a top 10 team and really even move up into that really top tier of water polo teams in the country?
Well, first off, they need to start getting wins against some top 5 opponents. Right now, Michigan, as you said before, has had a tough season. They've played all 17 games against ranked opponents, but once they play against someone that is top 5, they are 0-6. And so, once they get to that point of the season,
we're going to take a little break here for the national anthem, and we will be right back with the start of the game in just a few moments. We'll let you listen in to the national anthem live from Canham. They're actually going to be going through the lineups right now, so we're going to keep going with our preview. Alex, what were you saying about some of those top teams that Michigan's faced?
Michigan's 0-5 against those 0-6 against top 5 teams, and so if they really want to make it a longer season, they're gonna have to finally get that win, and they have a chance. They have a chance playing with more ranked opponents today, and it looks like that they will be able to play. They will go against Arizona State, which is ranked 5 right now at 9-2. So hopefully they can get that first one against a top 5 opponent this weekend.
First things first, though, UC Irvine. These teams already met this year. Michigan was able to come up on top in that one, 11-7. And that was at the Stanford Invite on February 4th, so just a month ago. But very close match between these two. And this is a very competitive UC Davis team, 9-11 on the year, but they've really played well, and even their losses have been close. Who do you really see as some of the key players they're looking to shut down on this Davis squad?
Definitely Allison Skaggs. She's gone 12 games straight with at least scoring a point. So definitely look for her to continue that streak, as well as Daniel Johnson. Once again, these are the 2 seniors on the team. They're captains and trying to close out their senior year going well.
And this is the last home tournament for those seniors. There's going to be 5 home games this year. All will be covered on WCBN Sports for this weekend in the Wolverine Invite, and then a home game against Indiana later. And just a reminder, quite impressive record under Dr. Leonardi, 10-1 at Canham Natatorium in his career in the last. This is his 3rd season as Michigan's head coach, and they really were. 2 years ago, they went 1-0, beating Indiana, and then last year 9-1 with quite a few home games. Really impressive. Only lost to the number 2 team in the country. So this has been a pretty good place for the Wolverines to play, and we'll see if they can keep up their home winning percentage. Overall, historically, have a winning percentage of over 75% at home. So pretty impressive by the Wolverines. And there is still the crowd still filing in here on this Saturday morning, but we'll see how full it gets here for this first game of the Wolverine Invite. We are just moments away from the beginning of this game. 2 minutes to go. We just finished wrapping up the lineup introductions, and we got the Stormtrooper and the Stormtrooper in attendance. We have the voice of Michigan basketball doing this one as the public address announcer. So the fans are ready for this one. Kind of quiet weekend for Michigan sports. So all eyes are on water polo. Just moments from getting underway. Also worth noting, the freshman starting in goal for the Wolverines, Heidi Rittner, really has been impressive so far this year. Just last week was named the Defensive Player of the Week and Rookie of the Week. So another Wolverine to keep an eye on as we are just about ready to get underway. The teams are headed to their benches. Alex, a little bit of a disappointing outing last weekend at the Barbara Calbus Invitational in Irvine. Michigan 2-2 on the weekend. Once again, falling to 2 top 5 teams, as we mentioned, Stanford and Arizona State, but also knocking off UC Santa Barbara and Hawaii to finish 7th place in that tournament. So, Alex, what do you make of their performance from last time, and how can they get better this time?
Well, the game against Arizona State was a heartbreaker. They lost in the last remaining seconds in overtime, 7-6. So definitely look for Michigan to try to get revenge. But you know, it was a tough weekend. They did play against only top 10 teams, which is a statement. And the fact that they were able to go the weekend, 500, it shows that they have commitment. It shows that they have strength, fight in them. But definitely look for them to continue that hunger, especially looking for that first win against a top 5 ranked team. But you know, the loss against Stanford, 13-5, shows that they still have a few things to work on, especially when they're going to play some of the top teams. But that definitely showed that they were able to bounce back, make it close against Arizona State, and then close out the weekend with a close win, 8-7 against the number 7 ranked Hawaii.
So the teams are entering the water, starting lineups for these teams. We're going to see who's going to be put out there for UC Davis. They're still getting ready. The Wolverines heading to their bench as well. Just about ready to get underway. Just for those of you not clear with the rules of water polo, 6 field players at a time plus 1 goalie, 4 8-minute quarters with 35-second shot clocks. Game should take just about an hour of actual time to play, 32 minutes of gameplay. Julia Sellers headed down to take the sprint for the Wolverines. She's been very successful this year on sprints, 13 of 14. Another commonly used sprinter for the Wolverines, Daniel Johnson, taking 20 for the Wolverines this year.
As well as Caroline Anderson, who's 7 for 9 on the sprint.
Also starting for the Wolverines, the aforementioned Daniel Johnson, Heidi Rittner in goal, Maddie Steer, Allison Skaggs,
and Kim Johnson.
And we are just about ready to get underway. The ref blows his whistle. The players are off, and the Wolverine invite is officially underway. Number 7 Michigan Wolverines against number 13 UC Davis. UC Davis controls the sprint, and they have the ball up top.
Getting a House now with the ball, taking it up.
House still looking for a woman to pass to. Dishes it off to her right, where the player is fouled. Virgil will recover, pass it to House, right back to Virgil. Virgil will dump it into Holset. It's kicked out there as the triple team was quickly converging. Here's Haas up top. Virgil, a few pump fakes, rips it, and that one is a skip shot in. Looks like it took a deflection. That's an opening goal here on the first possession for UC Davis. They lead 1-0 here in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Allison Skaggs looking to get the offense underway. She'll dish it back to Steer up top. Steer dumps it off to Johnson. Johnson finds the lefty Anderson on the right side. Anderson looking for a teammate. Drive there by Johnson. She gets the ball, and she's going to draw an exclusion. Wolverines will head to the 6-on-5. Johnson takes the ball, dishes back out to Anderson, who finds Steer up top. Steer pump faking. Now goes down low, all the way across, back up top. Wolverines have the ball up top, still 6-on-5. Here's Anderson over to Johnson. Johnson will try and find woman Sellers. Quick passing by the Wolverines. Tries to tip it in, and that one goes off the hand of Danielle Johnson. So the Wolverines unable to convert on that early 6-on-5 opportunity. UC Davis coming the other way. Up ahead to Annie Cutt, looking for a teammate. She'll go back to Haas up top. Haas, little room to shoot. Now the defender closes down on her. Skaggs pressuring on the outside, and a foul as Hannah Harvey controls. Pump faking up top. Here's Haas. Haas looks to rip it, and that one goes over the cage. Turnover, ball back to Michigan. They trail 1-0. 6:20 to go here in the opening period. Rittner, long pass up to Anderson. Anderson is fouled. Dishes it all the way across the pool to an open Daniel Johnson. 1-on-1 on the goalie. Lob shot off the post, and that is a goal.
A nice shot by Danielle Johnson.
And that will level the score here 1-1. Daniel Johnson left all alone by the defense. and that levels up the score so far. The referee stopping play to have players tie their caps up. 1-1, 6:07 to go here in the first period. Pass all the way back to the goalie, to Avery Dotterer. Now finds a woman up on the right side, controlling in the right flat. Draws a foul there. Looking to get the offense set up. A drive coming in from the right side. No can do. Pressure up top by Skaggs. She'll apply the foul on Haas. Haas looking for a teammate. Now dishes it over. Right side. Haas at the 3, pump faking at about 7 meters. Tries to find a woman inside, but good physical play there by Anderson, and the Wolverines are able to control. Wolverines moving in transition. Sellers bringing up the left side. Sellers looking to go weak side. Here is Steer all alone. Finds Johnson, and that one is wide open. Goal for Michigan, 2-1. Danielle Johnson, her second of the day, and the Wolverines are up 2-1, 5:26 to go in the first period.
Nice find by Steer to find Johnson again, just all alone. UC Davis getting stuck on their transition, not able to cover all the women in the pool.
We'll see a early sub here for the Aggies. That's me number 20, Kathleen Schaffel coming in. Davis controlling up top. They're at the 4 spot. On the right wing, here's back to Haas up top at the 3. Pump faking, but the Wolverines are happy to let her pump fake all day long. Back over to the 4, back right up top to Haas. Haas pump fake, rips a shot off the crossbar, and that's going to be a foul on the rebound. So UC Davis will maintain possession. New shot clock for the Aggies. Haas now looking down low on the right wing. The in-straight pass is tipped away by the Wolverines. They come with a turnover, and that's Kim Johnson able to control. Johnson swinging up the left side. Skaggs looking to get position down low. Wolverines set up 25 seconds to go in the shot clock. 4:40 in the first period. They lead 2-1. Here's Johnson walking it in on the left side. One-time shot. Goal by Julia Sellers. Nice job there by Johnson to draw the defense to her and then find Sellers for a quick one-timer. Wolverines lead 3-1.
3-1 with 4:31 left to go in the first quarter. First period.
UC Davis will get play back underway. Looking to do a set play out of the goal scoring formation. Very typical here in college water polo to have a set play post goal. And that's going to be an offensive foul on number 10, Paige Virgil, working against Skaggs in set. Wolverines making quickly in transition. Caroline Anderson, the lefty, and she's going to try and dish it off. Somehow got the pass away, and now it'll be a ball under. There was really nothing Johnson could do there. Davis moving back the other way in transition. Just under 4 minutes to play in the opening period. Almost a steal there by Johnson, but she committed the foul in the process. So UC Davis maintains possession. They have a quick shot, and that one's saved by Rittner. They'll go out for it will actually not hit the back line, so play is still alive. Rittner able to recover it. It looked like it was going to touch the back line for a 2-meter, but Wolverines catch a little bit of a break there, and they have possession coming the other way. Johnson bringing it on the left side. Dishes over to Anderson. Anderson fires, and that one is saved by Dotterer. Dotterer will swim it out after pressure from Sellers. Now a long pass up to Virgil. Virgil, the starting 2-meter for the Aggies. Virgil will now slow it up in transition, guarded by Anderson. Now long pass across the pool to the right wing. Go back up top by the Aggies. Aggies looking to do an entry pass. Quick shot off the crossbar, no good. Nice shot there by Colmoose, but only able to connect. And the Wolverines maintain their 3-1 advantage. Here's Maddie Steer on the left side. Head on the left flat, now passes to Sellers. Sellers goes to the lefty Anderson. Anderson right back up to Sellers. Sellers will bring it into about 7 meters, center cage. Tries to entry pass, but that one is taken away by the Aggies. Not much there to work with for Kim Johnson. Aggies may retake possession. Goalie still in possession. 25 seconds to go on the shot clock. Aggies looking to get set up. 3-1 Wolverines, 2:20 to go in the first period. That's Haas being pressed all the way up to half pool by Skaggs. Great defense there. But there will be an exclusion foul on the Wolverines. 6-on-5 opportunity for the Aggies. They'll take a timeout. So after giving up the opening goal, the Wolverines able to bounce back with 3 unanswered, take a 3-1 lead. But they have a big 6-on-5 to defend here.
Definitely. Michigan, the key on all 3 goals. One was Daniel Johnson. She either assisted or she scored the first 2 and then assisted on the third. But also their transition. UC Davis was kind of caught napping on the first 2 goals. And on the third, they just all converged on Daniel Johnson, sending a double, almost a triple team over to her. And that just left many people open for the other goal.
So exclusion foul on Danielle Johnson, who Alex just mentioned has been one of the key players in this game for the Wolverines. Dr. Lunardi trying to get his team set up for the 6-on-5. UC Davis will come out of the timeout. They have 3 remaining. 20 seconds left in the exclusion foul to Danielle Johnson, who will sub out. It's going to be Laura Jimenez taking her place in the corner. Davis getting set up. Here's Virgil. Long pass all the way over the other side. Skaggs guarding the near post. Bringing in side 2 meters. Pumping up top. Now they have the ball up top on the 6-on-5. Dishes quick shot. Nope. And that was going to be off the crossbar. Another shot off the crossbar. Great pump fake there and great opportunity by Virgil on the 6-on-5, but unable to convert once again. Back-to-back possessions have shots go off the crossbar. Anderson bringing it up the right side. Dishes it off to the newly substituted Laura Jimenez. Goes over to Skaggs. Back to Jimenez up top. She's pump faking to center cage, about 7 meters out. Dishes to Anderson. She's fouled about 9 meters out on the right side. Daniel Johnson looking for a cutting Sellers, who draws an exclusion foul. 6-on-5 here for the Wolverines. They have it on the left side all the way across to Anderson. To Steer up top. Pump faking. She'll dish it back off to Sellers. Sellers over to Anderson. Lefty controls. Now back up top. Steer to Johnson to Anderson. Anderson, hard pump fake. Great ball movement here by the Wolverines. 15 seconds to go on the shot clock. It is even, and that was a tip shot attempted by Kim Johnson. No good. Great ball move by the Wolverines, but unable to find the shot they wanted. Score remains 3-1. 50 seconds to go here in the first period. Long pass all the way down the pool. Finds Harvey on the right side. She's at about 4 meters. Dishes back up top to Virgil. Virgil looking to draw the foul and does. Then she'll dish it off to Cut up top, being pressed all the way to past half pool by Anderson. Great defense there by the Wolverines. Virgil will dish it off. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. And that's going to be an offensive foul again on Virgil, the second she's committed. And it looks like the Wolverines will have an opportunity in transition here. Sellers in transition. Looks, finds Anderson over on the right side. Anderson bringing it in. And she is going to keep going. Tries to keep going and play through the contact, but it'll be a ball under. Davis has the ball, 9 seconds to go. 6 seconds to go in the period. Virgil trying to draw the foul. She does. She's almost certainly going to take a shot. She does indeed. Great save by Rittner. And that will do it for the first period. At the end of 1, it's Michigan 3, UC Davis 1 at the end of the first. Great opportunity there by Virgil, but she just hasn't been able to find the net after having some great looks in this opening period.
Yeah, Virgil with, like you said before, 2 of her shots have hit the crossbar. And she had Rittner had a nice save, denying her from a goal previously. Rittner now with 2 saves for the day so far in this game. Fun fact about Rittner, one that she's a freshman, but also the fact that she has 161. She had coming into today's game, she had 161 save, which ranks her top, 5th all time for all freshmen. And with just 20 more saves, she'll move into the 2nd spot.
So 2-minute break here between the first and second periods. And then we'll be back underway. As we have it right now, 3-1. Here you're listening to WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan Water Polo, the opening game of the Wolverine Invite. Thank you for joining us. beautiful cold day in Ann Arbor, but we're inside at Can-Am Natatorium watching the Wolverines take on the Aggies. Fairly evenly matched first period. What can the Wolverines really do to assert their dominance in the second period?
Michigan did not take advantage of the two 6-on-5 plays they had, and neither did UC Davis. They had one as well. So both teams kind of struggling on taking advantage on the 6-on-5s. But for Michigan, continue their transition play and the ball movement they had. UC Davis kind of a little bit slow on the transition play this morning. That's what led to Michigan's first 2 goals. And then for Davis, just getting them shots on target. They've been hitting the crossbar. They've been hitting the side post. And so, sometimes it's just a rough morning to get into that rhythm. But both teams are looking strong. This is still a close game. 3-1 is very close. This might go down to the wire if both teams continue playing this way.
Yeah, as you mentioned, really have to force Rittner to make some of those saves. She is an excellent goalie, as we've seen so far this season, but they really haven't even tested her that much. The 2 saves, and both were relatively straightforward for the freshman. And Wolverines just looking to get things going the other way. They've had a few forced ball unders. Those turnovers, never something you want to see there. Really a valiant effort by Anderson in that last possession to try and play through contact, but just too many Aggies converging on her at once, 3-1. That's really tough to win that situation. So we're just about ready to get going in the second period. Wolverines moving right to left across your radio dial here on WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan water polo. It looks like it's going to be Danielle Johnson to take the sprint for the Wolverines. Thus far, 5 of 20 on the year for the Wolverines on sprints.
And for UC Davis, it will be Rachel Dillman. My bad. It will be Hannah Harvey taking the sprint for the Aggies.
And she was able to win the sprint in the opening quarter. Referee blows his whistle. We are underway here in the second period. And it's going to be Harvey to control. UC Davis will have the opening possession here. Haas, the 2-meter D, will take the ball up top. There's going to be a stoppage of play. The clock was not running. So just trying to get the table all set up here. Far side referee able to notice the clock malfunction. We're going to run a little bit of time off the clock here, and we'll get back underway. I think they're saying it should be about 7:55 left to go. And we are all set to get back underway. It's Haas up top, guarded by Skaggs. UC Davis trying to get some drives going, but good defense by the Wolverines. Jimenez fouls up top. Back to Haas. She's about 11 meters out, pump faking in. Still pump faking. She'll shoot. That one's off the post. Rittner wasn't able to get to that one, but off the post. And the Wolverines will take possession. 7:38 to go in the second period here. Jimenez on the right side at that 5 spot, moving it inside 2 meters, looking for a teammate to pass to. Jimenez trying to set the play, 20 seconds to go on the shot clock. She'll find Johnson up top. There will be an ordinary foul. Wolverines will take their free throw. Quick ball movement by the Wolverines. Finds it to Steer. Back to Sellers up top. Sellers pump faking. Back to Steer. Steer sets it into Skaggs. Skaggs is triple teamed by 3 Aggies. And they're able to get the steal on Skaggs. UC Davis moving the other way. They trail 3-1 here at Camp Natatorium. Dotterer finds Harvey. Harvey moves it across half court and then passes down low where Schaffel is fouled. Schaffel goes back up top, and the player has lost her cap, but she's going to keep going. Player for UC Davis does not have a cap on right now. She's going to fire. That one's going to be off the crossbar. The Wolverines control the rebound. Picked up by Daniel Johnson. Pass back to the goalie, Rittner. Rittner, long pass to Jimenez. Jimenez looking for a teammate. Dishes it off and forces it into traffic. Bad pass there by Jimenez. The Wolverines will go back the other way. Could be a break on for UC Davis. Looks like they got 5-on-4 going the other way. Haas bringing up the pool. She's at 5 meters. Picks it up, dishes it off. A lob shot attempted, and that one is wide right. No good. Good opportunity there for Harvey, but unable to convert on the lob shot. Wolverines now look to go on the fast break. Here's Jimenez bringing up the right side. She's at 5 meters. She's going to try and work inside on her defender. Still going, playing through the contact, trying to draw an exclusion foul, and she does. Wolverines will take a timeout here as they look to set up the 6-on-5.
Like we said before, Michigan right now 0-2 on the 6-on-5. Again, Michigan letting their offense work off the fast break, and UC Davis, as Jimenez took up the ball, by the time she was on half pool, it was just 3-on-2 by in Michigan's favor. So Davis a little bit slow on the transition game, and once again, they just love the crossbar today. I think the last 2 shots have hit the crossbar once again, and that's just bad luck for UC Davis. Some bad breaks right there right now.
UC Davis, 1 of 10 shooting on the day so far, and only has forced 2 saves out of Heidi Rittner, the freshman goalie. So now the Wolverines will look to get started. A UC Davis player still looking for her cap that she lost in the previous possession. So they're actually, I think, going to sub her out.
Oh, and it's found. Rittner with the fine. Few subs for Michigan. Both Jimenez and Skaggs, I believe, or Sellers, have been taken out.
And the Wolverines will set up in the classic 4-2 6-on-5 formation. Skaggs and Danielle Johnson on the post. Rittner will inbound it. Ball's live to Steer. Over to Johnson up top on the right side. Bring it inside. Cross all the way over to Skylar Pyle, seeing her first action. Tipped away there, but that's going to be Michigan possession as it was a clear swat out of bounds. And that's going to be actually a 2-meter throw for the Wolverines. They'll have 22 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Foul up top. Reset the shot clock. I think that was incorrect. Look for a pass inside. Goal there by Michigan. Danielle Johnson on the 6-on-5.
3 goals to her name already in just about 10 minutes of play in total. Again, finally Michigan able to get convert on the 6-on-5, 1 for 3 on the night and exclusion plays. UC Davis just kind of having trouble keeping up with the ball movement, though.
Yeah, Michigan able to add their 4th of the game, 3 there for Danielle Johnson. A few subs for the Wolverines. We'll get you updated in just a little bit. UC Davis play underway. Pass back to their goalie. 10 seconds ticked out the shot clock. Still have not really advanced the ball. Finally, they find Haas. Haas looking for a woman to pass to. Dishes it off to Harvey, who's fouled. She'll dish it into Holset, where Colmoose is fouled. She'll grip the shot and score. Draws the foul on Holset. A little bit of a mismatch there on Heidi Moreland as the central defender. And that makes it 4-2. The Aggies answer right back. Wolverines getting set up. Skaggs almost had the ball taken away as she was receiving instructions from Coach Leonardi. Now she'll pull it out on the right side. Pressure there intensely, still looking for a teammate to pass to. It's going to be a 50-50 ball. Foul drawn there by Heidi Moreland. Moreland looking to get it in. Delaney Cleveland seeing her first action of the game. Now here's Pyle up top. Back to Moreland on the right side. Moreland working it in. Dishes back to Skaggs up top. 5 seconds on the shot clock. 4, 3, shot over the crossbar. And it'll be UC Davis ball coming the other way. Good defense there by the Aggies, forcing a tough shot from Skaggs on the right post about 7 to 8 meters out. Haas bringing up the right side. She's about 10 meters. Looking to find a woman and does. 2-on-1. It's going to be a shot. Good save there by Rittner. Good opportunity by Colmoose. A timeout by Michigan. They lead 4-2. 20-second timeout. Just get a few subs back in there. Leonardi was not happy with how his bench was playing, so he's going to bring the starters back in.
And let's see how that plays later on. With the last 2 minutes, always those last 2 minutes of the first half, your legs are tired. Shots become weak, a little bit weaker. So let's see how that affects their starters right now.
Starters did not get a lot of rest there. He did choose to bring in a lot of the bench players after taking a 4-1 lead, but quickly answered right back. It's 4-2, still a 2-goal game here. Wolverines with the starters back in. Sellers up top. Pump faking, moving to her left. Now she tries to draw the foul, unable to do so. They're going to call an offensive foul, a push off there by Sellers. Not sure if that was actually an offensive foul or good acting there by Hannah Harvey, but nonetheless, it is Aggie's ball. They have a fast break coming the other way. Johnson trying to make up ground, and she does so impressively, not even giving up an ordinary foul. Great defense there by Johnson to recover in transition. UC Davis ball up top, 15 seconds to go on the shot clock. Foul there. Hernandez will have a free pass. Wolverine's trying to jump the passing lane, unable to do so. Hernandez, 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. She's about 8 meters center cage. Pump faking, dishes off. Foul there on Danielle Johnson. This is going to be an outside 5 shot. Almost certainly a free shot coming. That's going to be a lob, and really just unsuccessful there. Really got in that situation, you have to rip the ball. UC Davis unable to do so. The Wolverines come the other way. It's Maddie Steer with the ball at the 2. Dishes it into 2 meters where Johnson is fouled. Johnson recovers the ball. 21 seconds to go on the shot clock. Quick pass out to Anderson, who finds Johnson back in set. She's fouled. Back to Anderson. Shot by Sellers. That one is a skip shot right into the chest of Dodder. She makes the save. Wolverines still lead 4-2. 3:05 to go here in the second period. UC Davis moving in transition. Dodder finds Hernandez. Hernandez looking for a teammate to pass to. She's pressured there by Skaggs. Hernandez still looking. 15 seconds to go on the shot clock. Dishes it over into the right corner where Preston has it. 6 seconds to go on the shot clock. She's able to turn her woman, and she's just actually going to dump it. So great defense there by the Wolverines. Johnson looking for the long home run pass, besides just return it to her goalie, Rittner. Rittner will find Johnson on the right side. Now here's Anderson, the lefty, moving it in. She's pressured there, so she'll dish it right back out to Johnson. Excuse me, that is Johnson. Here's Sellers looking to pump fake. Wolverines have a mismatch. Anderson all alone on the right side. Goal there in the top right corner. One of the Aggies lost her player in Anderson. Anderson all alone. Great pass there. Back across the pool from Sellers. Able to find Anderson, who makes it 5-2 for the Wolverines. 2:11 to go in the second period.
UC Davis is caught napping there, and Michigan was able to just take advantage of it. Quick, easy goal, almost just wide open. Even the goalie didn't see the player coming in. So it was a quick one by Michigan. 5-2 with 2:11 left to go in the second period.
And once again, another UC Davis player lost her cap, so she's able to go down into the right corner and recover that. That was Sammy Preston. UC Davis will get us back underway here. 2:11 to go in the second period. You're listening to WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan water polo. Back at the goalie. Finds Cut, who's fouled there by Johnson. Cut looking for a woman to pass to. Able to find Virgil all the way in the left corner. She's at 2 meters right along that line. Bringing it back in. Swims up to 5 meters. Looking to work into whole set. There could be opportunity there, but great defense there by the Wolverines. Able to get the whole set, and a triple team converges there. 2 Wolverines able to help out Maddie Steer, and the Wolverines will move back the other way. 1:35 left to go in the second period. Johnson bringing it up the right side. Kim Johnson is going to be called for an offensive foul. And UC Davis will come in transition. Wolverines look like they have the advantage, so no fast break here for the Aggies. Virgil has the ball just inside half pool. She's pressured there by Anderson, who draws the foul. UC Davis working on the left side. Back up to Virgil up top. She's about 10 meters out. Virgil guarded closely by Anderson. 2 hands up, no foul. Great defense there by Anderson. 6 seconds to go. Tries to work in a whole set, but just passes too far away. So even if Steer was restricting the center a little bit, still play on for the Wolverines. They have it. 48 seconds to go. Anderson bringing it up right side. Gets it in to Kim Johnson, who draws the exclusion. Wolverines will have a 6-on-5 opportunity here. 42 seconds to go in the first half. They have a fresh 35-second shot clock. Anderson up top to Jimenez. Jimenez goes down low to Danielle Johnson. Johnson back across to Anderson. Anderson on the left side. Jimenez, quick ball movement by the Wolverines. That one is tipped away. Right back to the Wolverines. Anderson works it off the crossbar. No good. A tip pass. And that's going to be a goal. Pressure there by Kim Johnson. So it looked like UC Davis was going to get off after the shot went off the crossbar, but great pressure there by Kim Johnson, able to steal the ball from the goaltender, and that makes it 6-2 Wolverines, 19 seconds to go in the first half.
And Michigan just, that was the aggressiveness by Kim Johnson to go after the loose ball. UC Davis' goalie kind of thought that she had the ball and no one was going to come after her, and kind of took her sweet little time. But Kim Johnson aggressive to the goal, and once she had it, she knew it was an easy opportunity to score.
Lots of subs on both teams here. 20 seconds to go in the first half. UC Davis will have to work quickly.
10 seconds left.
Pressure on the right side, foul. Outside at about 7 meters. Aggies look to bring it in, and it's going to be an exclusion foul. 4 seconds to go. So the Aggies will likely hold it and try and win the sprint in the second half so they can set up with that exclusion. That's exactly what they'll do. They'll hold on to the ball. So they'll still have 17 seconds left on that exclusion if they're able to win the sprint at the start of the second half. That's going to conclude our coverage for the first half of Michigan Water Polo. We'll be right back in about 5 minutes. At the end of 2, Michigan leads UC Davis 6-2. You're listening to WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan Water Polo. We'll be right back. And welcome back to Canham Natatorium for the second half of action here in the opening game of the Wolverine Invite. Number 7 Michigan Wolverines taking on number 13 UC Davis Aggies. 6-2 the halftime score, but there is an exclusion on the board. So if the Aggies are able to control this second half sprint, they will have a 6-on-5 opportunity. Still with 17 seconds to go. Definitely expect them to take a timeout if they're able to control here. So what can the Wolverines look to do on that defense? They already are 0 for 1, but we are underway here. Big time sprint coming up for the Wolverines, but the Aggies are able to control, and indeed they will call timeout. 2 timeouts remaining for each side after this one. 30-second timeout here for the Aggies as expected. So they're going to have a 6-on-5 opportunity, still 16 seconds to go. Great ball movement by both sides on the 6-on-5, but so far only the Wolverines have been able to capitalize, and that was on that last goal of the first half by Kim Johnson, able to pressure the goalie after the 6-on-5 had effectively been killed off and get the Wolverines a 6-2 advantage. We are ready to go here. Aggies have the ball up top out of the left post. Down to the left side, brought in by Virgil. Virgil swings all the way across. Great pass from 1 to 6. Pump fake there. Ball up top at 5 meters. Pump faking. This is off to Virgil. Virgil, skip shot. That one is saved, and it's going to be rebounded by the Wolverines. Very close call there. Great opportunity by Virgil. And Wolverines look to go in transition the other way. They've got numbers coming. Anderson brings it up the right side. She's pressured there. Wolverines still have numbers. Skaggs looking to get the ball. She has it about 10 meters. Dishes it inside, and 3 defenders converge on Steer. So she's unable to take advantage of that fast break opportunity by the Wolverines. Aggies coming back the other way. They're looking to push in transition as well. They trail 6-2, 7:14 to go in the third period. Foul there on the right side, so they'll dish it back up top. Now, player pump faking on the right side, back up top at 10 meters. Quick passing by the Aggies. Pump fakes back up top to Haas. Haas finds Preston. Excuse me, that's cut. We'll dish it back off to Haas up top. Rips a shot from about 10 meters. Great save there by Rittner. Had to dive low to her right. Powerful shot there by Haas. Wanting to go in. Wolverines moving in transition the other way. Lefty Anderson working inside. Dishes up top. All alone. Shot from up top. Saved there. Good opportunity by the Wolverines in transition. But Kim Johnson only able to find the back of the net. Now the Aggies moving the other way. Kim Johnson will have to recover here on defense. And she is going to be excluded for the foul on cut. 6-on-5 opportunity coming up for the Aggies. Quick play here to start the second half here at Canham Natatorium. Wolverines still lead 6-2. Going into their 6-on-5 formation. That's going to be cut that loses her hat again. 7 seconds left to go on the exclusion. Ball movement. It's going to be pump fake. Shot up top. Goal there by Paige Virgil. She's really the star player for the Aggies, and she's able to notch her second goal of the game, bring the Aggies back within 3.
And Aggies finally get converting on the 6-on-5. Even though there's like 2 seconds left on the 6-on-5. But Virgil with a powerful goal. She's been hitting the crossbar left and right, so it's good to see her finally getting on the ball, getting her second goal of the day, and trying to make you start the UC Davis comeback.
So the third player of the game to lose her cap for the Aggies, but once again, that's Preston able to recover. She's lost it twice. Also, Daniela Hernandez lost it. So aggressive play by the Wolverines, knocking the caps off of the Aggies. We are back underway. 6-3 here. Advantage to the Wolverines. A quick pressure there, and that's a steal by the Aggies. Great defense there by Harvey to force the turnover. They have numbers in transition. And that's going to be an offensive foul. Great defense there by Maddie Steer. The freshman forced the turnovers. The Wolverines moving the other way. 3-on-3. Pass turned over by the Wolverines. Poor pass there by Anderson. And the Aggies break the other way. Virgil coming the other way. Finds Colmoose. Colmoose bring up the left side. Dishes it back to Haas. Haas looking for a teammate to pass to. She's pressured up top by Danielle Johnson. Finds Harvey. Excuse me, that's Shafi, and that'll be an offensive foul. Wolverines coming the other way. They have a 2-on-2. Quickly morphing into a 3-on-2 going the other way. Nice spin move there by Sellers. She draws the exclusion. Great move. Dishes it right back. Goal there by the Wolverines. Impressive effort by Julia Sellers. Spins her defender, draws the exclusion, dumps it off to Skaggs, gets it right back. No chance there for a Dotterer. Wolverines lead 7-3, 5:16 to go here in the third period.
And it all started with the Michigan fast break. As you said, it was 2-on-2. Then we quickly became 3-on-2 for Michigan favor. And once Sellers drew the exclusion, she just passed it off to Skaggs, who passed it back. And it was just basically one-on-one with the goalie, which was just easy shot. 7-3, Michigan with 5:16 left to go.
UC Davis gets it back underway. A few subs for the Wolverines. Alex Corbett coming in, among others. Virgil has it up top. Dishes it to Haas. Haas pump faking at 6 meters. Dishes into Holset. Attempted backhand, but that one stopped. But it will be an ordinary foul on the Wolverines. Aggies maintain possession. Pass all the way across. Shot saved by Rittner there. Good job there by Harvey to get some separation from her defender. Get a shot off, but relatively straightforward save by Rittner. Wolverines coming the other way. Jimenez is fouled way outside at about 12 meters. Looking for a teammate to pass to. Lauer finally finds Sellers. Sellers dishes it right back to Jimenez. Finds Steer working from that 5 spot. Dishes it right back. Quick shot. That one's gobbled up by Avery Dotterer. Nice save. A good pass by the Wolverines all the way back. And there's going to be some fighting down low. That'll be an offensive foul. Corbett draws the offensive foul on Virgil. And the Wolverines will get a fresh shot clock here. They have a 7-3 advantage with 4:20 to go. Pumping up top is Danielle Johnson. To Steer. Back to Johnson at 5 meters. Looking to Sellers. Back up to Danielle Johnson up top. Dishes it off to Steer on the right side. Here's a quick shot there, and that is a goal. Great shot by Julia Sellers. 2 impressive efforts by Sellers to give the Wolverines an 8-3 advantage after the lead had been cut to 6-3. We'll see 4 substitutions coming in for the Wolverines.
Another 2 inside the post, near side against the goalie goals for Sellers. And the ball movement kind of keeping UC Davis on their feet, not really being able to control the ball. We do have a timeout here, looks like, by UC Davis. They have one remaining after this. It is 8-3 with 4:05 left to go. Michigan winning. A few more subs, it looks like.
Yeah, this is I like this timeout here by Jamie Wright, the UC Davis coach, trying to get his team back under control. They were hanging in this game for a long time. It was 6-3. They had just gotten right back into this game. Next thing you know, 2 nice efforts by Sellers, able to extend the advantage to 5. And the Wolverines are threatening to really run away with this one if UC Davis can't bounce back quickly.
But the last goal did come off, was a result of the offensive turnover by UC Davis. Really no need to foul and give up possession there, and it led to another goal for Michigan.
Yeah, 2 of the last 3 goals for Wolverines have really just been capitalizing on big-time mistakes for the Aggies. And we saw the goalie kind of relax a little bit after she had saved the 6-on-5, and then the pressure by Kim Johnson able to force the 1, make it 6-2 heading into halftime. And then that last one, just a really silly foul by Paige Virgil. She was at her own 3-meter line, just fighting with Alex Corbett. Virgil's been playing the whole game, obviously tired, frustrated. Corbett just came into the game much more fresh and frustrated Virgil.
And it looks like Coach Leonardi is going to be dipping into his bench. Wasn't too happy the first time he did it in the first period when it was 4-1 Michigan. And so let's see if the bench can pick up the play from last time.
Yeah, it's going to be Kim Johnson and Allison Skaggs out there with 4 members of the bench brigade. Aggies will get play back underway. Coming out of the timeout, they have a set play to run here. But another clock malfunction. And the clock is not running. Finally back underway. Foul here on the left wing. Working about 5 meters. Virgil dishes it right back on the left wing. Pass inside. That's going to be a foul on Skaggs. Looked like she knocked away the entry pass. An ordinary foul. Virgil comes up big to pump fake it. Now goes back into Colmoose. Nice shot there. Goal for the Aggies. That makes it 8-4. They're trying to rally back into this game. Big time goal for the Aggies coming out of timeout. Nice ball movement between Virgil and Colmoose to get an opportunity. Colmoose working at just about 4 meters, and Rittner really had no chance on that one. Threw it back across her body. That's a difficult shot to execute. Able to find the bottom left-hand corner, close the gap to 4.
And the bench struggling a little bit on the defensive end. Looks like there's a little bit of miscommunication. Who's going to be covering who? Let's see if Michigan can figure it out. It looks like they're waiting on a clock malfunction. The right corner clock not working very well. But it appears that the rest of them are. And it looks like we're back to ready to go.
Wolverines will get set. Graziano, the senior, and only Michigan player on this roster, getting things underway. Finds Sellers in the left corner. Back to Skaggs up top. Skaggs at about 12 meters. Over to Graziano. She's pushed all the way out to half court. 15 seconds to go on the shot clock. So foul on Sellers. Inbound pass. Great defense there. Anticipation by Donner to come out and steal the pass. Now fast break coming the other way. And it's going to be Rittner comes back to steal the pass. And the Wolverines will have a break in transition. Rittner looking for a teammate. Skaggs. It's going to be 3-on-3 for the Wolverines. Good defense there by the Aggies to slow it down. Wolverines still might have a break if Graziano is able to beat her defender. Skaggs at about 10 meters on the left side. Bringing it in to her right on the left post, about 7 meters, dishes it off. Quick ball movement for the Wolverines, right back up to Skaggs. Now here's Kim Johnson over to Delaney Cleveland. Finds Skaggs back up top at 7 meters. 7 seconds on the shot clock. Sellers lob shot off the post. No good. A lot of ball movement there for the Wolverines, but really unable to get anything going in the middle. So it'll be UC Davis coming the other way. They trail by 4. 2:38 left to go in this third period. Long pass there. It's going to be a foul by Skaggs on Hannah Harvey. Switch there executed by the Wolverines. During that foul, Skaggs will go to defend Holset. Holset is where the pass goes. The lefty trying to work on Skaggs, and that will be an ordinary foul. Skaggs wanted to help quicker. Haas will try and get a deflection in front, but unable to do so from cut. That'll go off the back line, and it'll be Wolverines' ball coming the other way. 2:13 to go in this third period. Cleveland looking for a cutting Kim Johnson. Kim Johnson all alone, dishes it off, and that's intercepted. Beck was all alone, but she had the ball swatted away. Aggies coming back in transition. It's going to be 3-on-3. That's Preston guarded by Graziano, where the foul is committed on the left side. Ball over on the right side about 4 meters. Very far away from goal. 15 seconds left to go on the shot clock. Pass intercepted by the Wolverines. Nice play there by Sellers. She's sure had a third quarter all on her own. Again, tries to spin her defender. This time, not as much luck, but she does draw the ordinary foul. This is off to Cleveland, who's fouled at about half pool line. Pass inside to Holset. Shot, coming, skip shot, scores Kim Johnson. Her second goal of the game, 9-4 Michigan. 1:23 to go.
And started off with, once again, Michigan's key to success this whole game has been kind of the fast break and leading and going in when Kim Johnson, I believe it was Skaggs who had the ball when it started the turnover. It was 3v3, and then it just kind of opens up the pool for Michigan, and Kim Johnson was able just to find the pass right near the 2-meter mark and is able to score.
Great pass there by the Wolverines. A wholesale line change. 6 new players coming in for the Wolverines, trying to stay fresh. They have 4 long games to play this weekend. They're controlling a commanding 9-4 lead. UC Davis tries to get in. Shot coming. Lob shot. Easy goal there. Jimenez got beat on the back door by Harvey. And Harvey able to control the ball. Lob shot. Nothing Rittner could do there. And we'll see 3 more subs. So once again, Leonardi not happy with how his bench is playing on defense. And hard to argue as 3 of the 5 goals have come in when it's been mostly bench players in the game for the Wolverines.
And Skaggs and Kim Johnson and Sellers are back in after what I believe was a 5-second sit down. I don't think they even sat down for their break. Jimenez coming off And Coach Leonardi trying to figure out how to get that mix in between bench and starters to keep their players rested for as long as they can.
Caroline Anderson up top. The lefty dishes off to Danielle Johnson. Back to Anderson up top. Finds Kim Johnson. Anderson all alone at about 8 meters, pump faking. She will rip the shot off the post. No good. And UC Davis will come the other way. That's going to be an exclusion foul on Skaggs. UC Davis will use a timeout here. That's their final timeout. But with 36 seconds to go in this third quarter, they're only down 4. They can make this a game again heading into the fourth.
Definitely, UC Davis definitely should try to convert on this 6-on-5. And so it's just a 3-goal game by the time the fourth period starts. Like you said before, it is an exclusion on Skaggs. But both teams kind of struggling on the 6-on-5 so far. Both teams have had multiple chances, but out of the 9 6-on-5s, there's only been 3 goals. So both teams kind of struggling on it. But like we said before, this is an important moment of the game. UC Davis trying to come back, claw their way back, being down at one point by 5 goals. But Coach Leonardi not able to depend on their bench too much, and it's starting to reflect on the starters who are now getting a little bit tired. Their focus is starting to waver, and their shots are just becoming a little bit slower, which is making it a little bit easier for the goalie daughter for the Aggies.
Yeah, really a silly kick out there committed by Skaggs. Very similar to the offensive foul we saw that led to Michigan's 7th goal of the game. It really allowed them to start pulling away in this game. But that was an offensive foul by Virgil on the Aggies that allowed the Wolverines to really start pulling away in this game. But just a kick out committed by Skaggs in her own zone right after the Wolverines had missed a shot at the opposing 5-meter mark. You can never afford to give up that kind of kick out. Really just a really silly kick out, and the Wolverines defense will have to come up with a stop here. They've got their starters back in for the 6-on-5. Ball on the right side, worked inside 2 meters. Dishes all the way across. Now here's Virgil up top, pump faking. Dishes it off to Hernandez. Over on the right side, Harvey, pump faking. Back up to Hernandez. It's going to cross all the way back up to Harvey. Great ball movement here by UC Davis. 15 seconds to go on the shot clock. And it's going to be even strength. Harvey, pressure. Right back up top, even strength, 7 seconds to go in the corner. Shot blocked there. Big time block by Steer. She'll dish it back to Rittner. Wolverines will have 4 seconds. They're going to try and get a shot off here. Shot, and Anderson is fouled, and that will be at the end of the third period. But big time block there by Steer to deny the 6-on-5 opportunity. Heading into the fourth quarter, the score is Michigan 9, UC Davis 5. You're listening to WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan water polo.
UC Davis not able to convert on that really important 6-on-5, nor just trying to sneak a goal in with the last 36 seconds left to go. Steer with a big block to not let the Aggies score. What do you think if the Aggies want to make this comeback? What do they have to do?
Well, they really have to, first off, cut down on the mental errors. That's really what's been hurting them in this game. They've had a few mental errors. The offensive foul, we saw the goalie relax. Those have led them some key goals, and really they've just been getting beat in transition. So first off, they have to stop Michigan from scoring, because it really is going to be tough for UC Davis to put up more than the 4 or 5 goals in this quarter necessary to record when they've only scored 5 all game. So first off, they got to stop Michigan from scoring another goal. Next up, they got to stick with what's worked, is with drawing exclusions, getting some of those opportunities. And while they're only 1 of 5 so far, those are really when they've had those best opportunities, force Rittner into making her tough to save. And they've also had some success coming out of timeouts. They don't have any of those left to draw up some set plays, but if they're able to draw up some set plays as well, that's where they've been able to beat some of the bench players who've gotten lost behind. So a tough mountain to climb here for UC Davis, but they're certainly not out of it yet. We got 30 seconds to go before the start of the fourth quarter. Once again, you're listening to WCBN Sports coverage of Michigan water polo. Andrew Hausman alongside Alex Lopez on the call. The first of 4 this weekend for the Wolverines in this Wolverine Invite live from Canham Natatorium in Ann Arbor, Michigan. Wolverines looking to close it out, but you can tell by Dr. Leonardi's body language, he is not pleased. He's not ready to rest on his laurels going into this fourth quarter. He wants the Wolverines to come out strong, close this game out.
And you can expect a little bit frustrated with his bench. I believe Skaggs almost played this whole game. Skaggs and Johnson and Sellers. So he definitely want to give them some rest before their 4 o'clock game against a very tough matchup against top 5 ranked Arizona State. So you can see why he's hoping that the bench can come through and give their starters some rest. It looks like it will be another mix of bench and starters for the Wolverines. And it looks like it'll be Daniel Johnson for the sprint once again. And it'll be Harvey, I believe, for the Aggies, who's been successful in all 3 so far. And we're right back in for the last period. Michigan leading 9-5. Aggies trying to make a comeback, and Harvey able to win the sprint once again. The Aggies taking this first possession of the 4th period. And House bringing it up, trying to figure out what they're going to start off with this 4th period. Pump faking in, passes off to the right. Foul on Michigan. Foul by Sellers. Back to House. Back to Cut. Cut pump faking. And a lob shot over the goal. And it'll be Michigan possession. Renner passes it out to Sellers on the left-hand side. Michigan going left to right. Sellers tries to finds Daniel Johnson, but gets the ball taken away by the Aggies. By Kim Johnson, my bad.
Those are tough passes to force. Wolverines have to maybe slow it down a little bit. Can't be looking to force passes resulting in turnovers.
And now Aggies with the ball at the top with House. Passes back to Cut on the right-hand side. Back to House. Pump faking shot. And that's a goal by the Aggies. And it will be 9-6. Still Michigan leading with a little bit more than 7 minutes left to go. Aggies with the first goal of this period, definitely trying to make a comeback here. Michigan now with the ball. Steer taking it up. Steer on half pool. Passes out to Caroline Anderson. Caroline now still with the ball. Fouled. Passes it off to Kim Johnson in the right-hand corner. Kim Johnson out to Daniel Johnson, out to Sellers. Back to Daniel Johnson at the top. Pump fakes. Out to Anderson. Back to Johnson. Back to Sellers. Sellers with the shot. And that's another goal by Sellers. And it's 10-6 Michigan with 6:32 left to go. And a response goal. And a response goal by Michigan. And
a little bit of insult to injury there as Virgil was roughed up on the play and then also just got hit in the face by her own goaltender, fishing the ball out of the back of the net. But nice play there by Sellers. She has herself a second-half hat trick.
Aggies now with the ball. Hutt on the right-hand side. Trying to find someone. Passes it out to House at the top. House being pressured by Steer. And it'll be a foul on Daniel Johnson. Hutt back to House. And it'll be another Michigan foul. Passes it into Harvey. Harvey with the shot, and it's a save by Rittner.
That one, Ritter really showed off her athleticism, jumping all the way to her left. She could see that pass coming all the way.
Now Daniel Johnson with the ball. Kim Johnson with a shot. And it's saved by Dodner. Daughter out. Long pass for the Aggies. Another long cross-pool pass. Aggies trying to find the inside pass. Not able to. And it's stolen by Michigan. Rittner now with the ball.
Davis just a little bit too slow on that possession. They had Cole Moose wide open inside on a matchup they wanted, but unable to find the pass in time, and by that time, help had arrived.
Anderson now bringing the ball up. Passes out to Skaggs. Skaggs back to Anderson. Anderson with the pump fake. Back out to Skaggs. It will be a foul by the Aggies. It looks like it's being exclusion. Michigan now on the 6-on-5. Shot by Kim Johnson. And it will be the Aggies' ball.
Offensive foul there by the Wolverines. A quick look. Good opportunity there, but nice block by the Aggies, and they're able to kill off the 6-on-5. Both teams really struggling thus far today. on the man advantage.
Aggies near mid-pool. Kim Johnson pressuring heavy. Sellers also pressuring heavy near mid-pool. Foul on Sellers. A pass into for the Aggies. Shot, and it's a save by Ridner. Ridner kind of, the shot went straight right into her chest. Easy save. Ridner passes it out to Skaggs. Skaggs out to Anderson. Anderson trying to get around the defender. Is able to. Anderson now swimming up near 2-meter mark and fouled. Anderson passes out to Sellers. Sellers trying to draw the foul. Back to Anderson, who shot, hits the post. No good. Aggies now with the possession.
Really just a great effort there by Anderson. Really, I thought she should have been rewarded with an exclusion foul on Preston, but able to earn that reward. And instead has a tough shot off the intersection of the post and bar.
Aggies passes it into Colmus. Colmus draws the foul. Colmus shot not good. Hits the top of the goal. And it'll be Michigan ball. Colmus trying to fit a shot, and it is still 10-6 Michigan. 3:45 left to go. Aggies starting to feel a little bit of pressure. The time running down. Caroline Anderson able to draw the foul. Passes it out to Skaggs. Skaggs trying to find a pass. Pump faking in. Be able to find Seller. Able to find Kim Johnson, but not able to. Able to find Daniel Johnson. Now Aggies with the ball. Daughter bringing it up. 3 minutes and 20 seconds left to go. Daughter passes it out to House near mid-pool. Daniel Johnson covering her real closely. Not giving her much space. Out to Daniela Hernandez. Finds Colmus in the middle. Colmus trying to get free. Draws the foul. Colmus trying to fit in, but Kim Johnson with a nice steal. Kim Johnson now bringing it up. It looks like it will be a 4-on-3 for Michigan. Anderson now on the ball on the right-hand side. Passes it all the way to Daniel Johnson. It'll be another goal for her. That is her 4th on the day in just this game. And it'll be 11-6 Michigan, 2:45 left to go. And you see Davis with a few subs.
Yeah, I think that one really is the nail in the coffin. 2:45 to go with a 35-second shot clock. Really tough to make up a 5-goal deficit. Great move there in transition by the Wolverines. And really, when you get to that position where you just want a nobody with the goaltender receiving that pass from all the way across the pool, all you got to do is catch it cleanly and then get it on net. Easier said than done, but Daniel Johnson executed it perfectly. Skip shot in the top left corner. And once again, really, as I've been saying, I think all day long, Avery Dyer really had nothing she could do in that one. Really let down by her defense. A big-time transition goal for the Wolverines to really put the nail in the coffin here.
And finally, Skaggs and Sellers looking to get some of that much-needed rest. Coach Leonardi trying to dip him back into his bench, giving some rest to the players. Some much-needed rest. Skaggs and Sellers basically played the full game. Michigan pressuring near mid-pool. 19 left on the shot clock, and Aggies haven't really been able to move the ball. It'll be a foul on Michigan. Foul by Daniel Johnson. It's a shot by Chloe Robinson, but it skips over the goal. Daughter passes out to Anderson on the right-hand side near mid-pool. Anderson bring it up. Passes it out to Steer. Steer draws the foul. Steer back to Anderson. Anderson trying to find Kim Johnson in the middle, not able to. Steer bring it up. Anderson now with the shot, and it's a save by Daughter, and that's an offensive foul as well. Minute 53 left to go on the clock. Michigan leading 11-6. A long pass by Daughter to find Chloe Robinson in the right corner. Chloe Robinson tries to pass it into the middle to try to find Cassidy Smithson, but not able to. Michigan ball.
Yeah, some bench players coming in for the Aggies, and really some frustration by some of their top players as well.
That'll be a foul on Danielle Johnson. Danielle Johnson finds Maddie Steer solo by right side and skips the goal in. And it'll be another goal for Michigan, 12-6. Great opening game for Michigan, hosting the Invitational today, in the Wolverine Invitational.
Yeah, nice shot there by Steer. Her 3rd point of the day, had 2 nice assists earlier. She's really done a great job hanging with Colmus in center defense, the freshman utility player, but a lot has been asked of her today, and that was really nice icing on the cake there. Really difficult shot when you're a right-hander over on the right side. That's your weak side, and that's really tough to get that shot in, but great skip shot there. I think they found the weakness in Dotterer and able to get that one, really end this one 12-6 Wolverines.
And Coach Leonardi sending more of his bench into the water. We have a substitute. We have a sub in for goalie, Cameron Cordial. Emily Browning, my bad.
That is Cordial.
Oh, Cordial. It is Cordial. Aggies draw the foul. Minute left, 10 seconds left on the shot. And Cordial with the save. Cordial coming on the bench. First shot on her, and she saves it. Anderson now with the ball, bringing it up. Trying to get it, trying to spin past the defender, not able to. Almost loses the ball. Trying to find it open, draws the foul. 43 seconds left to go. Maddie Steer passes it out to Skylar Pyle. Pyle tries to pass it into Alex Corbett, not able to, and it'll be a Michigan it'll be a foul on the Aggies. Michigan still with the ball. 30 seconds left, 10 seconds left on the shot clock. Steer now with the ball, Steer near, and now Corbett with the shot, and it's another goal. It's 13-6. Michigan kind of icing on the cake, letting their bench players take part of the action and score a few goals here.
Corbett with only her third goal of the year. And we'll go even further deeper into the bench here with 27 seconds to go. Leonardi trying to get all of his players some time and really, more importantly, give some of his starters a lot of rest as they played most of the game. But, yeah, 3 late goals here for the Wolverines. Really ice it with 27 seconds left to go here.
And most likely will be the last possession of the game. Aggies trying to finish on a good note here. Chloe Robinson with the ball being pressured on by Curry from Wolverines, getting her first minutes of today's game. 10 seconds left in the game.
Pyle's excluded there, so seeing some of her first action, quickly given the exclusion.
4 seconds left, trying to get a quick shot off, and it's a goal to end off the game, and the final score will be 13-7. Michigan winning the first game of the winner of the Wolverine International. What you see out there, Hassan, how can they translate this game to a very tough matchup against Arizona State?
Yeah, so obviously some positives and some negatives for the Wolverines. At the end of the day, they're able to pull it away, but this is one that really probably should have been over a little sooner with how well the Wolverines were playing, just not able to really close out the Aggies for the last couple minutes of this game. But nonetheless, really excellent performances by some of the Wolverines. Not some of their top goal scorers that were out there putting up the shots, but Daniel Johnson, Julia Sellers, they are respectively 4th and 6th on the goal charts heading into this game, but not known as the ones scoring the goal. They end up with 4 apiece each, really setting the pace for the Wolverines, and really impressive second half by Sellers. She was just going all out offense, defense. They really had that super impressive spin move where for me, that's got to be the play of the game, where she spun her defender, drew the exclusion, dished it off to Skaggs, and got it right back for the goal. And that really was the one that put it away, gave the Wolverines a 5-goal advantage. And while the Aggies eventually did cut to 4 one more time, once the Wolverines got to 10-6, they were able to score 3 nice goals there, working through their methodical offense and get some nice skip shots that beat the Dotterer. And looking ahead to that next game, we'll have that call at 4:10 Eastern. And that's a big-time match for the Wolverines, arguably their biggest game of the weekend. That's coming up against Arizona State at 4:10 Eastern. And as we mentioned pregame, Wolverines 0-6 this year against top 5 opponents. They're going to get another chance here. That's the only chance this weekend. They also have another tough game against UC Irvine tomorrow morning. But definitely a tough Sun Devils team, and they're actually going to be playing their first game coming up right after this, taking on Pacific. So Arizona State will have a little bit less rest from the Wolverines. We'll see how that plays a factor as well. But as you mentioned, last time out, Wolverines fell in a heartbreaker to Arizona State, 8-7 in overtime. 7-6 was the score against the top 5 Sun Devil squad. So Wolverines really looking to try and break into that upper tier of teams in the nation, and just haven't been able to get it done against top 5 opponents thus far. Really will have their big opportunity coming up at 4:10. Alex, who do you really think was the player of the game today here for the Wolverines?
I think the play of the game was, as you said before, Julia Sellers, but I think the player of the game was Danielle Johnson. She kind of led the score in the first half. She assisted or scored in the first 3 goals. And she kind of just dominated, and you could see just the aggressiveness she had on her. And then once she scored the first 2 goals, you see Davis try to respond back by covering a little bit more, but that made it easier for Michigan to kind of get some wide open shots. But I'd definitely give her the play of the game. The only concern I have for Michigan is their bench. Coach Leonardi not too happy with their bench play, and he had to let their starters grab on more minutes than he probably wanted to, especially in the first game of a long weekend tourney. So it's definitely something to look forward to against Arizona State. It also might be something where Coach Leonardi just tries to play the starters a little bit more in the second game, knowing that he has basically a full night off for the girls. But I think their bench play is kind of going to be the key to the game for against Arizona State, especially when they get to around the second, going into the third period, when the legs are a little bit tired, and the kind of the fatigue sets in playing all day, staying in a natatorium all day. Being an ex-swimmer, I know how that feels, kind of being stuck in a pool or in a gym all day. It kind of sets into you around that 4 or 5 o'clock zone if you don't get enough rest. So definitely something to look forward to. Arizona State going to be a little bit less rested, but I don't believe it's going to be too much of a concern for them. Being that they have it's still going to be a tough matchup for them against Pacific. Pacific's no pushover, but Arizona State probably going to try to do something similar to Michigan, get out early, be leading early, and be able to send some of their bench players in to give their starters some rest.
So that's going to wrap up our coverage of the first game of the Wolverine Invite. The Wolverines knocking off the Aggies. Final score 13-7, improving on that 11-7 victory they notched over the Aggies earlier this year at the Stanford Invitational. So gotta like the start the Wolverines were able to have here today. And coming up right back at 4:10 p.m. Eastern, so just a little bit less than 4 hours from now, Alex and I will be back on the call as Michigan takes on Arizona State, a top 5 team in a top 7 matchup. With the win, Michigan improves to 11-7 on the year. The UC Davis Aggies fall to 9-12. That's going to do it for now. We'll be right back in about 4 hours from now. For now, it's a good night and go blue.